Hello guys, welcome to our 7th tutorial of this CSS animation crash course. In this tutorial, we are going to be looking at animation direction. So with animation direction, it allows you to specify which direction you want your animation to be played in. So you can specify whether or not the animation should be played forwards, backwards, or alternate back and forth. Let's say, for instance, in our previous tutorial, we created this guy here, just writing infinitely, so he's not stopping. So in this tutorial, I want us to use a different person since I don't want to disturb this guy. He looks like he's enjoying his workout, so he's not tired yet, so I don't want to disturb him. But yeah, so in this tutorial, I will add another person so he can join him on the right. So what I want us to do is come into here. The image that I want us to use is in our root folder here, and then images. So I want us to use bike 2. That's the image that I want us to use, or that we are going to be using. So I just want to come in here in my HTML file. I just want to come down here, then I want to add that image. So image, I want to give it the class name of bike 2 since this is bike 1. So and then just tab, and then the source, we know it's in our image folder. The folder here is images. So and the name is bike 2, the format is png. So just call that images / then bike 2, the format is png, right? So if you come into your browser, it should be, if you refresh, it should be added on somewhere. As you can see, it's here. This is the image here. So let's just add some styling to that. So I want us to come into our CSS down here, just come down here. So call it, we know, got our class name of bike 2. Here is our class name. So let's just call that. So call it bike 2, and then we want to, let's just add some styling to that. So let's just position it absolute. I just want to position it absolute, and then I want to add some margin to the bottom. I just want to place it to the bottom, let's say 10 pixel, and then add some margin to the left to 0, right? And then I just want to change the height of that, of our image. The height, let's make it 80 pixel, and then the width, let's just make it 100 pixel, right? So come into our browser and then refresh. As you can see, it's now down here, it's down there, so it's perfect. So now we want to add our animation direction to this. So we are not going to be creating a new keyframe. We're just going to be using this keyframe here. So we're just going to be using this keyframe here. So let's just come in here and then call our animation there. First thing that I want us to call is animation name. So this is our animation that we are using. We are just going to be using this, right? So animation name is right there. And then the second thing is animation duration, right? And then we want to, since we want to reverse this, it's going to be slow, so let's set it to at least 6 seconds. Since this is 4, so let's make this 6 seconds. And if you save and then refresh, it should play its reverse. It's going there at least one time. So let's add other properties like animation fill mode. If you don't know what fill mode is, we covered this in our previous tutorial. I will leave the link in the description. So we are going to be using both, the same as the one that we use on top here. So, and then the next property that I want us to do is animation iteration count. Again, we covered this in our previous tutorial. So we are going to use this infinite. We are going to keep it as infinite. So yeah, if you come down here and then refresh in our browser, refresh, you see they are like both riding. They are both riding there. This one is going slow and fast. So now you want to set the direction to this animation. You want to set the direction, so you want to reverse this so they can ride from here to here and not go from here to here. So to do that, we use a property called animation direction. So we just call that animation direction. So with animation direction, we can choose all these. You got all these options there, as you can see. So the first one is normal. This is the normal one. You can see the one that we are using at the moment is normal, right? Just the same way. And then you can use other options, like you set this to reverse, right? If you use reverse, it will, and then come in here, refresh, make sure you save. Then with reverse, it will reverse it. It's now going from here to here. See, it's reversing, coming from here to here. You can see that. Perfect. That's how you set it. So you can also use, there's also other options, like just remove this. There's also other options like alternate. And what alternate does is it goes from forwards and then backwards. With alternate, it goes from forward, it's going here and then come back. It's going from here. So let's just refresh that. That you can see it's going from here until there, and then it should come back here. Just hold on, and then it should come back. As you see, it's coming back, and then it should come back from there. It's just going forwards and then backwards. So it's coming with alternate, it's coming from, which is 250 pixel, to 1250. So it's coming forwards and then backwards. And then you got the last option that you can use, or that we are going to be looking at, is alternate reverse. So with alternate reverse, it's going backwards and then forward. So it's just the opposite of alternate. It's going to from. It's like going backwards and then forward. So if you refresh, it should come from him to here. It's going backwards and then forward. Just refresh that. As you can see, it's going backwards and then forward. So that's what alternate reverse does. It's coming to one. It's coming from 1250 to negative 250. So it's coming from backwards to forward. So yeah, that's how you can set the direction of your animation. So we're just going to leave this at the reverse. Since I want it to go the opposite direction, I want them to be riding from the opposite direction. So yeah, this one must come here. So yeah, that's how you can set the direction to your animation. All you need to know is you can use this animation property here, which is animation direction. You can set it to reverse, or you can set it to alternate, or you can use alternate reverse. It's really just up to you. All you need to know is, as long as you know the keywords, which is animation direction. So yeah, I hope you find this video helpful. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you have a question, then make sure you drop it in the comment down below. And if this was your first time, then please consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any content that we will be posting. So yeah, that's what it for this tutorial. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace, love, and unity.